can't see anything. Well, it says I'm live. I don't know. Can I? All right. I see 7 people, but I don't see any comments. So, either you're not commenting or my comments aren't working. There we go. I am live. Very cool. I see 7 people, but I don't see any comments. All right, 9 of you. Okay, cool. So what's going on tonight, everybody? It's cracking. There we go. I am live. Very cool. I think everyone... My internet is also not awesome for this, which is a little bit weird. And watching this with the delay is even weirder. So, how do I not? How do I fucking not? I don't see any comments. All right, 9 of you. Okay, cool. So what's going on tonight, everybody? It's cracking. There we go. Still streaming, I hope. Show more. You know, for a millennial, I'm just not very good at this internet stuff. But, hey, whatever. Livestream. Live now. There we go. Alright, so I don't want to... I just want to see the fucking chats. There we go. Alright. I think it's all working. So, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but... Oh, fuck. It's like so weird. There's like the radio delay. You know, when you're not supposed to listen to the radio when you call in because there's always that delay. Okay, anyways. So I don't know if you guys saw the, my publicist arranged for Bye 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 to be released today. I wasn't aware that that was going to happen, so it was just kind of like out and about, yeah, at my warehouse, running errands, and all that. And they're like, oh, it's live. So then I kind of scrambled to post it all over my socials. So that was a fun little surprise for the day. But it all ended up working out all right. So I think some people like it. I don't know. Have you guys heard it yet? If not, give y'all the link. I'll be able to see your comments faster that way. Yeah, it was, I wanted it to be totally unexpected, so So I'm glad people were pleasantly surprised. I think a lot of people were expecting something like upbeat, dancey like the original. But yeah, so that was fun. That was really fun to do too. Well, hello there, tragic Supergirl. It is, yes, well, 3 a.m. Where is it 3 a.m. in the world? That must be Europe. Okay, well, Central European time, I assume. Sorry you can't sleep, but I'm sorry you could join us. Got this fancy new mic, and I hope it's working on the live stream. I don't know. I can't tell if it's my computer microphone or this one, but this one's supposed to be a whole lot better, a lot more intimate and nice sounding than shitty computer speakers. Ah, Netherlands, yes, wonderful. So none of y'all have anything better to do on a Friday night than hang out with me? That's, well, I'm glad I don't have anything else to do on a Friday night but hang out with you guys, so I'm glad you're hanging out with me on a Friday night. I usually lose track of the days, and I don't typically, like, take weekends off, so, I mean, I know it's a Friday, but it's not, like, Friday to me. It's just kind of another day, because tomorrow I gotta work, I gotta get up early. We're making the Bye 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 music video, so I guess it made sense that it would come out today, or leak, get streamed, however you wanna call that. Hey, I mean, grading papers is work. I appreciate the fact that people, well, you know, work after hours, do that kind of thing, because, you know, I know a whole lot of people that the second the workday is over, they punch the clock and then they just start drinking, and it's like, really what you should be doing is just working all the time and drinking on the job. That's what I do. Anyways, my wife got me these really awesome whiskey glasses for Christmas, and it really is a whole other experience of drinking whiskey. You like my face when I read? Because my eyes go, and it's weird watching it too, like in the live stream, because it's all like sort of not slow motion, but I don't know the technical term, but it moves slower than real life does, so you really just kind of like watch your eyes slowly dart around. It's odd. Oh, hi. You want to say hello? Yes or no? No. Okay. I was supposed to lock her out of here. The cat. We meant to lock the cat out, but kind of ran out of time, and forgot to close the door, and now she's just running around, and her big bushy tail is like fucking tickling my legs and shit. And so, you know, if I go like this or any sudden movements, it's probably because a cat is either tickling me or attacking me, and the fact that you can't see it just makes it look like I'm totally fucking weird. But I assure you that's the reason. It's nothing else going on down here. Yes, Claire, you are correct. It is still technically evening, but it depends on what time zone you're in, because, you know, if you're on the East Coast, it's after 9 p.m. It's when people start getting ready to do their Friday night shit. And, you know, if we're in Europe, like tragic Supergirl there, then it's 3 a.m. and your night's practically over. So, you know, don't make any snap judgments about what people are doing. or what time it is. Hell, and if we're in Hawaii, then it's 3 in the afternoon. It's not even evening yet. Yes, kitty. It's like sitting just right over there and not engaging, despite the fact that she came over and was like, "Oh, I can see that you're doing something that doesn't include me. I want to be included," and I try to include her, and no, she ain't having none of it. Let's see. I'm still trying to figure out this fucking back end. I got so much better at this YouTube thing because I don't know if some of you guys know, I've been doing live streams with the Colossal Squid supporters monthly, and the first time I did it, it was just like this dismal failure. I scheduled the event, and I just, for some reason, like every time I went live, it just created a new event, and I didn't have the software on my laptop to make this work, so I ended up just using my phone, and so it's just like, if you watch the archive of it, it's that fucking awful horizontal phone. Ugh, it's dismal. And then I got slightly better the second time, and then I think the third time went off without a hitch. But now I finally figured out the way to actually schedule a live stream and have that link work instead of having to just create something, start streaming, and then like paste the link to whoever I want to view it. So slowly getting more professional, getting a little bit better at this every time. And, you know, if you are a Colossal Squid supporter like Katie is, thanks for tolerating the kind of ignorance of this supposed what do they call millennials? Like people that are really well versed in technology. I thought there was a noun for that, but it's escaping me. Probably just the whiskey. These glasses are really awesome because they're pear-shaped, you see. So it just sort of like, I get, you know, like a wine glass, so it like funnels all of the smell to the top, so you're supposed to, I don't know, it magnifies the smell of the whiskey like by 5 or 6 times, and it's really fucking intense. Some people were saying that they couldn't use these glasses because it intensified the smell so much, which I found very interesting. But, you know, I drink my whiskey with ice, which is an abomination if you're Scottish. So if anybody here is Scottish, I apologize. But I'm American, and I drink bourbon, and I drink it with ice, and I water it down. Ah, no comments. Oh, well, I've got Nyx texting me. She's actually directing the Bye 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 video, and she is in the middle of pre-production hell right now. And she said the lights won't go on all at the same time, just one at a time. Any ideas? She's programming lights for this video, and she's disturbing me during my live stream. Let's see. I actually don't know. I probably should not be wasting your time while talking. Should not be wasting your time talking to Nyx while live streaming, but she does need my help here. I will try and help you in 45 minutes. Currently doing a live stream. Say hello to everyone. I don't know if you guys heard the new Nyx song. I think it came out pretty cool. Yes, it is easier to drink from the bottle, but it's much less civilized. And I gotta say, um, this whiskey, I don't. Is YouTube gonna be like, oh, this is partner content, whatever? Like, I don't know. They try to like flag anything that has a brand in it or something like that as an endorsement or something insane like that. So YouTube, this is not like a paid endorsement or anything. I'm just saying I bought this whiskey yesterday at my local liquor store, and it's pretty fucking awesome. It's craft whiskey from Chicago, so it's not technically a bourbon, but it's still a single barrel whiskey, and it's really good. It's called Koval, and it's rad. There. All right. Because you have infinite free time, you should come visit the Highland Games in Pleasanton, California. They do this thing called Whiskey Live. You get to sample all the different brands for like $25. I would actually love that. You know what's funny is that I have family right next to Pleasanton. So when I was growing up, whenever I would visit my family up north, we would always, go to the mall in Pleasanton. Yeah, so my family lives in San Ramon. If you know where that is, I'm sure you do. If you know where Pleasanton is, but yes. Ah. Am I calling you a savage? I don't know. Did I use the word savage? Feels like so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm not intending to call you savage. Look, I drink from the bottle sometimes. Uh, desperate times call for desperate measures. Sometimes you just can't be bothered to put it into a glass. However, I'm trying to, in my old age, be a little bit more refined or whatever, and trying to put my bottle hitting days, bottle swigging days behind me. However, I haven't fully succeeded. I'm pretty sure I was walking around New Year's Eve with a wine bottle, just pulling wine straight from the bottle, and if that's not class, I don't know what it is. Yes, straight into the playlist. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad people like that song. For the most part, the response to it's been good. I feel bad reading some of Nix's like YouTube comments because fucking hell, man. Like I thought people were rough on me. People are rough on her. Like I don't know if it's because she's a woman or something like that, or it's just fucking insane. Like the shit that they post on her YouTube comments. So I used to get down about the stuff that people would say on my YouTube videos, but now I just feel grateful because, like, holy shit, man. Anyways, so I was scrolling through her comments, and they were mostly good. No horribly sexist or misogynistic comments so far. Knock on wood. And I feel like 90% of the comments were like, "Hey, we really, really, really like this song," and that's a good percentage to have. Let's hope people feel that way about Ebb and Flow. I don't know. We'll see. It's a fucking weird one. I'm pretty nervous. I was nervous about the Bye 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 cover, and people seem to really like that. So let's hope they like my original song because I want to be just like a cover guy. You absolutely can pour alcohol into a bottle-sized glass. However, I think that goes against the spirit of the idea of using a glass. I mean, at that point, it's just a bottle without a funnel, right? So, I mean, you might as well just go for the bottle because the funnel just funnels it more into your fucking face, right? This whiskey is so good. It's so good. It smells like fucking nail polish remover, but it's so good. I back it. Yeah, YouTube comments. I think YouTube comments probably more than any other social media platform, just like people do not have a fucking filter. They just feel like they can say whatever they want. Well, because they can, but for some reason, like, they literally just say the meanest shit that comes into their mind just because they can. Probably because YouTube is a lot less, like, socially connected than Twitter or Facebook or whatever, because, you know, like, you have your Facebook, you have your Twitter so that you can engage with your Instagram, like, so you can engage with people that you know. But YouTube really is just, like, most of your friends and family don't have YouTube accounts just because, you know, they don't create content. So it's like you're just sort of creating an account so that you can say horrible things to content creators, which is just, like, almost fucking baffling to me. But not even almost, it's fucking baffling to me. But yeah, people have much less of a filter there than they do in other places. However, you know, like a year, maybe 2 years ago, I don't know, like, people who've been following me for a while might have noticed, like, a shift in the way that I kind of behave online. Not behave, but sort of, like, carry myself. Like, I used to dedicate a lot of my time and energy to haters, just because, because it was funny. It was funny. It would be funny it would be funny when somebody said something really horrible to me, and to take a screen cap and post that online. But I realized, like, year and a half, 2 years ago, that was just kind of like reinforcing negativity in my own mind, and just, like, started bumming me out. And I was just, like, negative all the time about shit. And I started thinking, maybe it's because I'm dedicating time and energy to all of this negative stuff. Even though it didn't make me particularly unhappy, I actually mostly found it funny. I was like, I'm just gonna flip the script. I'm gonna try and do something different. And so what I started doing was ignoring everybody who said anything negative about me, and only engaging with people who said positive things, but really, like, engaging with those people, like reading their comment and taking the time to respond to them. And, like, the upswell of positivity that I have received online since then is just, like, I'm floored by it. It's really, really fucking cool. And, you know, like, I'm still the same guy. Like, I'm still like a glass what's the negative one? Half empty. I'm a glass half empty kind of guy. Like, I'm still, like, a pessimist and not particularly positive. But when I reinforce positive engagements with my friends and my family and just everybody, and don't even engage negativity, like, it just makes me feel better, and it inspires people to be more positive. So since I started doing that, like, even my YouTube comment section is fucking pretty good. It's crazy. So I don't know what that whole rant was about, but I think even YouTube can be made a much more civil place if the content creators themselves don't get too fucking negative. There you go. Well, thank you, Reality Dancer. I'm glad you liked my cover. It was pretty cool. Tragic Supergirl. It is baffling. I don't understand why people take the time for so much negativity. Hate something, go find something that you love and spend time on that. It's true. It's totally true. But I also, like, in some ways sympathize with the negative people, because, like I said, I'm a glass half empty kind of guy. Like, you know, if I watch, like, a really terrible music video or, you know, whatever on YouTube, I actually feel, like, motivated to go, "It fucking sucks. You suck. Why?" And then I stop myself and I'm like, what am I even going to accomplish by doing this? So now, when I go to a video that I do like, or I find a video that I like, where in the past I would have never said anything, now I I'll post a comment like, "This is fucking sick. You guys are awesome," or whatever, and then totally let the negative comments that pop into my mind when I watch shitty videos. I don't give them I don't give them time to manifest or exist, and I think that's probably good for your psychology because even though you don't think about it as being negative, you're just kind of like dwelling in negativity, and it's so fucking counterproductive, and it just makes you a more unhappy and bummed out person. Ah, yes, the rant was about changing my growth mindset. Look, this is what happens after I have 5 sips of whiskey. This is my first drink of the day, and I already feel kind of loose. I drink less now too. I mean, like I've always got a drink in my hand when I'm doing all this public stuff because I'm actually quite shy, and even if I'm not drunk, I think I'm conditioned to be more comfortable in social situations when I have a drink in my hand. So, so now it's just like I have the drink, and it makes me feel better and more relaxed, even if I'm not drunk at all. It helps get through the social anxiety, which is still like really bad. Still have it terribly. Yeah, I find that if I don't do physical stuff, if I spend too much time like being stressed out about work or whatever, and don't find the time for any sort of physical activity, like my mood and my mindset just like fucking takes a nosedive, and I don't know, like I'm not the same person. So I try to go running, like ideally I would go 4 times a week. The last, that whole New Year, new me thing, like I didn't say that, but that's kind of, now's the time for everybody to be like, yeah, now I'm going to get fit. I think I went running like 3 times this whole year. I went today though. I've like found the time. I got back from all of my pre-production work for the video today at 4, and I looked at my phone and I was like, okay, I've got like half an hour to get ready to run. I'm going to go running. I'm going to get back at 5. I'm going to jump in the shower, and then by 6 I'm going to be here for my live stream. Of course, like I didn't get out the door until like 4:45, and I got back 40 minutes later, and I was like, fuck, I don't have time to shower. So the good thing is that you can't smell me because I smell really bad. Like I said, I meant to shower. I didn't end up showering. So I just put on a clean shirt, and yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if I smell like shit because you guys would never know. For all you know, I'm fresh out of the shower. Actually, I'm fresh out of the shower. I don't smell like I went running. All good. Kay says, a great way to turn a negative into a positive is food. It always makes me a happy man. That is actually pretty true for me. Like, I love awesome food. Like, when I was in Vegas last weekend, I treated myself to, like, a 4-star restaurant. I was just, like, alone in this 4-star restaurant. I'm just, like, what am I even doing here? And it felt weird to do it. But I did it, and it was, I mean, the food was amazing. It was, like, really, really good. And I felt bad because I'm, like, texting my wife who's staying at home and, probably just eating mac and cheese. I'm like, honey, this restaurant's fucking awesome. She's like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, so treating yourself to good food is definitely a mood elevator. However, sometimes treating yourself to terrible food is a mood elevator, but then it brings you down. Maybe if you do it too often. Like yesterday, I was craving the fuck out of Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. So I did it, and I was like driving there. Okay, I'm just gonna have one taco. halfway there. Okay, I'm just gonna have 2 tacos. And then I get up to the drive-thru thing and I'm like, I'll have 3 tacos, please. And then, like, it came out of my mouth, and I'm like, I didn't make that decision. Why did I say this? And I didn't regret it at all. It was so delicious. Taco Bell's amazing. Oh, God. Ugh. You know, I feel like nobody respects the fact that I'm doing a live stream. Most of them are probably unaware that I'm doing a live stream. Nick says hi, by the way. She seems to respect this, but my phone is blowing up. People. Oh. Well, this is important. El Cholo is a chain Mexican restaurant in LA. It's disgusting, but I love it, much like Taco Bell. And my friend is letting me know that her friend is now a bartender at El Cholo, and asking how we can use this to our advantage, because El Cholo makes amazing coconut margaritas. So if you're ever in LA, go to El Cholo and have a coconut margarita. Whoa. A 7-mile run in a few hours. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, see, I've really been considering doing the LA Marathon, but I just don't have the time to train. Like, but I know that if I did it, I would love it, and it would make me really, really happy to do it. But yeah, I just don't have the time. Terrible food is not real unless we're talking about peas. I fucking love peas. Shut the fuck up. You're just wrong. Okay, Katie, seeing your Manson shirt and knowing that you're a Manson fan, what do you think about the rumor that Johnny Depp might be joining him on guitar? Publicity stunt or legit? Well, if you look here on YouTube, there is a video of Johnny Depp playing The Beautiful People with Manson and Dee Antwoord, actually. And it was like really weird because Dee Antwoord like doesn't fucking know the lyrics at all, and they just like stage diving and stuff. But as far as I understand, like Manson and Johnny Depp have been friends for years. Whether or not Johnny Depp is good enough to play guitar in a band, I don't know. But I actually hadn't heard those rumors that he was going to join the band. So, I mean, stranger things have happened, and Johnny Depp is fucking strange. So, maybe. Guess we'll find out, right? Training for a half marathon, and it's one of the most rewarding things for myself ever. And that's coming from someone that thought I'd never have more time than a few 5Ks. Yeah, I mean, that's really, really awesome. My kind of mantra when I'm on tour is 5K every day. So I actually try to run 5K every day because, you know, when you're on tour, you just become this blob. I don't know. You're just eating junk food all the time and never getting any sort of exercise except for when you perform, and it's just start going stir crazy. So I think a marathon is something that I would love to make time for at some point in my life, and I'm getting better. Even though I said that I've been pretty bad this year about running, I'm still getting better and going much more frequently than I have, and you know, I like watch a lot of tutorial videos on how to properly run. Like I start feeling like I'm getting really serious about it, just because it's so therapeutic for me. It's something that I just love to do, and I find that some of my best ideas, my best business ideas, come to me when I'm running. It's just I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just like blasting heavy metal in my ears and you know, just enjoying the fact that I'm outside and not in my studio that stinks horribly, or in my apartment, which Doesn't stink horribly, but you know, it's still not fresh air. Or in my car, which stinks horribly depending on whether or not I have gum in there. Because for some reason my car always smells like whatever gum I have stocked up in there. So yeah. All right, people. What are you bothering me about? All right, we'll respond to the coconut margarita situation. That would be amazing. Coconut margaritas for all. And my publicist is asking for a WordPress embed. Let me see what I can do. I'm in the middle of a live stream. All right. So I guess it just depends whether or not you guys care if I generate an embed code right now. Share, embed, WordPress code. There we go. It's what? Right, okay. I have no idea how to do that. You want a WordPress embed code? I don't understand. Whatever. Okay. Can't figure it out. I'm probably too dumb. We'll dig deeper in 23 minutes. Swear to God. Why run when you can dance? I can't dance, and I don't dance, like ever. Unless I've written something awesome, and I'm in the studio, and then nobody's looking, and I just kind of do one of those. But nobody's looking, which is good, because I have no rhythm or moves. I'm just really bad at dancing. And like another product endorsement, LaCroix, because it's cheaper than Perrier. So I had this girlfriend, like, I don't know, must have been 20 something, and we were at some like golf club, and my favorite Skinny Puppy song came on, and I was really drunk, and I was just drunk enough to fucking dance. So I went out there and I danced, and I guess it really wasn't very good, because the next day, my girlfriend at the time was just like, yo, I saw you like out on the dance floor breaking it down to Skinny Puppy. That was fucking hilarious. And I was absolutely mortified, and I have not danced since. That must have been 14 years ago. I've not danced in public since then. So I have PTSD. I'm sorry. I can't. You're stealing this move? Okay, go ahead. I won't even trademark it. You fucking have at that move. That's really terrible. I run and dance. Listening to good music while running means pulling weird faces and arm moves. Okay, I might do that. Sometimes, like, if my favorite part, like one of my favorite bands is Architects, and I always listen to them when I run because they're just so like driving and energetic and stuff. So like sometimes like when nobody's looking, or I think nobody's looking, I'll just like bump a fist in the air, or like jump or something. But don't tell anybody. Claire says, yeah, it's sad that your girlfriend made fun of you while you were dancing. As long as you were having a good time, who cares how you look? That's true. That is absolutely true. But, you know, when you're in your 20s, you know, you just want to be cool. You just want people to like you. So you think that if one person's laughing at you, then everybody's laughing at you. And so you know, you try to alter your behavior so people don't laugh at you because you don't want to be laughed at, right? Like, that's just this kind of like teenage 20-year-old mindset. And I think a lot of people feel that way. But, you know, now I'm 35. I turned 35 in March, and now I just don't give a fuck. So, you know, if I felt like dancing, I would. But, you know, at this point in my life, it's just kind of like I found other ways to sort of get it out, express myself, whatever. It's like, you know, so for me, it's about writing the music. I'll let other people dance to it. You know, my sort of release comes from running and working out and, you know, that stuff. So at this point in my life, if I felt the desire to dance, I would do it because fuck them. But, you know, now I got other things, other ways. The older you get, the fewer fucks you have to give. That is absolutely true. I mean, I hope that that's true, because I know a lot of people that are older than me that still give like way too much of a fuck. And you should give a fuck. You shouldn't stop giving a fuck. You should just stop giving a fuck about the things that aren't worth giving a fuck about, right? Like, who gives a fuck if people like you? I don't want fake friends. Like that's stupid. I give a fuck if, like, my wife likes me. I give a fuck if my close friends like me, or let's not even say like me. It's like, I know these people like me, but I give a fuck if my behavior or something that I do negatively affects them. But that's because I'm giving a fuck about the right thing. That's not like trying to be somebody else so that people that you wouldn't normally get along with like you, because that's fucking stupid. That's like a waste of your time and energy. Turning 37 in March and learning to give less fucks about useless things year by year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, it's... what is the point? What is the point of wasting your time and energy on things and people that you don't even care about? It's fucking... it's such a waste. It's just a waste. And I think it bogs you down psychologically, and you know, it makes you do stuff that's out of character. You know, even if it's not bad, it's just like out of character. So, you know, you're trying to suck up to somebody or make somebody like you, and you're like, why did I say that I like this band or that I like this club? Because really, I think this club sucks, or whatever. You know, don't alter your behavior to please people. So now it's like when somebody tells me, oh, I love this band, or I love this club, I'm just like, nah, I don't care. Or if I do like it, yeah, I do like it. Cool. Come on, people. We got 16 minutes left in this thing. What the fuck? You know, it's so much better when I can't look at my phone. Even though I am looking at my phone. Just this hour of looking at it less and caring about it less is a welcome vacation. Really should go on vacation. But every time I do, I just end up working the whole time. See, I looked at my phone. Why? Why did I even look at this thing? It's like, ugh, notifications, and I turned off like all of my social notifications. I was like Instagram and Facebook and stuff, I turned them all off so that I wouldn't get bogged down. And it's like, still, my shit just, it's so annoying. Do I have a favorite song to sing? Like my own song to sing? I think The Siren is, for me, like the most fun song to sing. It's that perfect mixture of like difficult or whatever. It's like it's a perfect combination of like difficulty and like variation and fun. And it's just like that song just kind of like embodies everything that I was trying to like achieve with aesthetic perfection. You know, I did it so many years ago that it just kind of has that nostalgia for me. So, yeah, I like singing it because it's technically complex, it's fun, it's really varied, and it's the first song that I wrote that I ever felt like kind of hit the mark in terms of like the sound that I was going for. So, The Siren, absolutely. Okay. All right, guys, so we got 13 minutes left. So, just, you know, hit me with whatever you got. You got any questions or comments, concerns, you know, fucking lay them on me, and I will do my best to power through them for the next 13 minutes. All right, here we go. So, from the earlier story, what was your favorite Skinny Puppy song when you were 20? I don't know if I said that the song that was playing at that club, which was Dungeon in LA, I don't know if I said that it was my favorite Skinny Puppy song, because if I did, I was not lying, but not telling. It was probably one of my favorite puppy club songs, which was it Love in Vain? What's the one off of why am I just spacing on all this kind of stuff like that? Love in everything around me moves in slow motion. Or it's the song that comes after Love in Vain. Anyway, so it was something off of Last Rites. That's the name of it. Yeah, it was okay. It was Love in Vain. That was my favorite like puppy club song at the time. But I think my favorite Skinny Puppy song of all time would be is it Shoreline Poison? Or Shoreline Poison or Nature's Revenge. Those are like my two favorite puppy songs of all time. But they never play those in the club. And why would they? Because they're not club songs like in any way, shape, or form. You were talking about wanting to go on holiday. Where would you ideally go? Well, one of my favorite holiday destinations is Mexico. My wife and I like to go down there and like backpack around, kind of hit the spots that are less traveled. Like we're not the type of people who go to resorts or anything like that. We like to just kind of experience the country or location for what it is, and that's always, I think, a much more rewarding experience. So like a couple of years ago, we went to the Yucatan and we just took like public buses all over the place, just like backpacks and everything, and it was so amazing. It was probably one of my favorite vacations of all time, and I'm hoping to go to Iceland this year. and back to Croatia, because Croatia is also one of my favorite places in the world. When I was living in Austria, you know, like that's where all the Germans and Austrians go on holiday. And it was like, before I moved over there, I had no idea that that was even a vacation destination. I was just like, okay, it's this, you know, I had this very sort of like ignorant American idea of what Croatia and former Yugoslavia would be like. Oh, it's just war torn, it's just garbage, blah blah blah. And I'm actually like ashamed to admit that like I thought just such horrible things about these places, and then I went there and it's like, oh my god, this is beautiful, and the food is great, and the people are great, and I felt like kind of a piece of shit, but you know, I guess when you're, you know, when you're just like young and ignorant, you don't know. You just hear what people tell you. But Croatia is definitely one of my favorite places in the world. Stone beaches, go up right to the forest and just sit there all day and just drink beer and read books and go snorkeling. And yeah, Croatia. Greece is another one that I love a lot. I'm hoping to go to Morocco one of these days, and I want to go see the Great Barrier Reef before it's gone. What musician or band would you like to hear cover an Aesthetic Perfection song? Reverse the cover situation. That is an interesting question that I've actually never considered. I don't even have an answer to that. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, you know, I've got some of my favorite bands, like Architects or Led Zeppelin and Queen and shit like that. I can't even imagine what they would do. I guess that would be interesting. I'll think about that. One. You gave a recommendation about ramen, but there are 2 locations in LA. Are they the same? Question. What ramen did I recommend? I don't remember. Was it tonkatsu? I don't know. I live in West LA. So if I gave a recommendation for a ramen place, it was probably one that's on Sawtelle, like in Little Osaka, which is just like, all those places are badass. I went to a new ramen place last Friday, and they had just like this killer veggie ramen. I'm not even a vegetarian. I just like try to eat less meat than I used to. So like, you know, once a week or something like that. Anyway, so they had this like vegetarian ramen that was out of this world. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was on Sawtelle. And if you write me Patreon, like a message on Patreon, I'll look it up and give you the web address. Yeah, Tatsu Ramen. Yeah, that's the one that's actually also on Sawtelle. Is that the one that's the one where you order at the like the kiosks and stuff, and they have no seating, but it's really really good. Just up the street, there's another one. Yeah, just hit me on Patreon or, you know, whatever socials and remind me, and I'll send you a link to that one. And they actually have seating, and they're awesome. And I think there's just one location, so we'll see. What venue are you most excited to play on this tour? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the European one, or are you talking about the American one with Grendel and Peter Turns Pirate? Because if we're talking about Europe, I'm pretty stoked about Leipzig, because this is a place that I've never played before, but I've looked at some of the pictures. The place is called Stadtbad, which means like city bath, so it's like the public bathhouses of the city from, you know, back in the day, and holy shit, it just looks, it's just incredible looking. So I'm really excited to see that. And then if we're talking about America, let's see. I don't know. I mean, some of my favorite places in America. I love DNA Lounge in San Francisco. I love Reggie's in Chicago. They have like a really great restaurant, like kind of American stuff attached to it. I like Smalls in Detroit. It's pretty cool. I love the Church in Dallas. They're always like really good to me. It's a wonderful place, great backstage. And then ooh, I don't like the Highline in Seattle. Sorry. I love Seattle, but I don't like any of the venues that I played there. Oh, somebody just came home. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so my wife just came home. She probably won't make an appearance. Just like the cat didn't make an appearance. I mean, my God. They're just shy. Shaking her head. The cat didn't shake her head. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Even if I'm not super in love with a venue, like, for example, the Highline, and my reasons for disliking the Highline are simply that the backstage is a closet, and you have to play upstairs, so you have to like carry all of your gear upstairs, which is just fucking miserable and terrible. And I'm glad that I'm not a rock band carrying like guitar cabs and shit up the stairs. Even if I don't like playing X venue, it doesn't mean that I don't like X city or X crowd, because you know, like, Seattle have been so good to us. I mean, like one of the last times that we played Highline, the floor, you could feel the floor buckle a little bit because you know, people were jumping so hard, and I was like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about any of the things that like I think are quality in a venue? All that matters is that people are having fun and enjoying it. So yeah. F4U5T00 says UGG Highline, yeah. But, you know, what are you going to do? I'm just stoked that I get to tour and play shows and stuff, so don't listen to me. Don't listen to my whining about petty bullshit like, oh, I got to load in upstairs. Oh, the backstage is just a closet. Whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm just excited to go back out on the road again. I'm excited about all these European shows. I'm excited about the North American tour. It's going to be fun because it's like, haven't done a proper tour and, well, I haven't done a proper American tour, North American tour in a year, because that just came, like, today or yesterday is the 1 year anniversary of that tour. And then, you know, we toured in Europe in April, so it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm pretty stoked. Yeah, just 6 months ago to Lamphy. What is your cat's name? The cat's name is Mara. She is 8 months old, and she is totally insane. And when I got her, she was like this big, and now she's just this big. She's like a fucking tiger. It's insane how enormous she is. But I love her. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that about does it. I want to thank you all for being Patreon supporters. It like means the world to me that, you know, you give enough of a shit about what I do to you know, support me monthly. I think that's really, really awesome, and it's kind of rare in this day and age where it's just, you know, you can get anything you want for free. You don't have to pay for music. You pay very little for movies with like Netflix and stuff like that, and you know, it just means a lot to me that you care enough about what it is that I do to support me and help me keep it going. So I want you guys to know that I'm like really grateful for that. And you know, tomorrow I go and film the video for Bye Bye Bye, and I've got the video for Ebb and Flow in the pipeline. So it's really like your support, your contributions that's helping me make that happen. And thank you so much. So if you are, I believe it's a flying squid or above, you should get a Bandcamp download link in your inbox in just a couple of days, which will allow you to download the entire Ebb and Flow single for free, early, just as a way of saying thank you. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you to all the Europeans for staying up so late. I appreciate that, and I hope everyone has a lovely Friday night, and I'll see you all soon.